What was daily life like in Mesoamerican civilizations? Imagine waking up in a bustling city filled with towering pyramids, colorful markets, and lively neighborhoods. That was everyday life for people in ancient Mesoamerican civilizations. These societies were organized around household units that served as the core of their social and economic lives. In big cities like Teotihuacan, which had over 100,000 residents around 2,000 years ago, most people lived in apartment complexes made of stone and plaster. These multi-family homes were grouped into neighborhoods called barrios, where people with similar jobs or kinship ties lived close together. This setup made it easier to share work and produce goods for the community and the city. Families followed a pattern called bilateral descent, meaning children inherited relationships from both parents. When couples married, they could choose to live with either the bride's or the groom's family, though living with the husband's family was more common. The youngest child often took care of aging parents and inherited the family house, keeping the household stable over generations. Gender roles were clear but balanced. Women handled cooking, textile making, and caring for children, while men worked in farming, trading, building, and sometimes fighting in wars. Kids learned their roles early by helping out at home, sweeping floors, gathering firewood, or playing with miniature tools and toys that archaeologists have found. The Mesoamerican diet was mainly plant-based, with maize, beans, and squash forming the foundation of most meals. They also ate domesticated turkeys and dogs, and hunted wild animals like deer and rabbits. Insects like grasshoppers were eaten as well. Cacao beans were highly valued and used to make a special chocolate drink reserved for the elite, often served during rituals. Clothing was another way to show social status. Wealthier people wore finely woven cotton garments decorated with feathers, shells, and stones, along with jewelry and elaborate headdresses. Commoners dressed more simply in garments made from maguey fiber, like loincloths and skirts. Both men and women practiced body modifications, such as shaping their skulls or inlaying their teeth, which signified their social identity and beauty standards. Craft production was a vital part of daily life. Artisans created pottery, tools, and decorative objects in their homes, often focusing on specific crafts like weaving or ceramics. These goods were traded across regions, connecting distant communities. Many objects had religious or social importance, like small figurines or decorated bowls. Daily religious practices were woven into household routines. Families had small altars in their courtyards where they performed rituals to honor gods and ancestors. Sometimes, they buried loved ones beneath their house floors, blending the spiritual and physical worlds. Material objects played a big role in remembering and sharing cultural stories. Everyday activities like cooking, crafting, and burying the dead helped people pass down traditions and history. Archaeologists find evidence of repeated actions involving many people and objects, showing how daily life helped shape their identities and social bonds. The organization of cities reflected these social values. Neighborhoods grouped by occupation or kinship made it easier to work together and keep traditions alive. The layout of homes, workshops, and sacred spaces created communities that lasted for generations. In all these ways, life in ancient Mesoamerican civilizations was a rich mix of work, family, religion, and community, where every day was filled with purpose and connection.